Anyway, Ray, look what Ron Tuttle got me. A bacon chain, Ray. How you like that, Ray? How you like them apples, Ray?
Just the fact that you were back in the Kevin Brennan business for a day.
That's probably what it is.
That is not it. As Keanu is my witness, Keanu, do I have any problem with Kevin Brennan anymore? No. Have you heard me bitch about Kevin Brennan? And I know it bothers you that I don't, but at least.
No, I don't care.
Yeah,
that was so long ago.
There's a reason I saw it happen, because I'm like, oh, Anthony's on Kevin, and I was like thrilled about it. I'm like, you go. And in fact, he went on, and Kevin's to shit on him and be like, I paid Geno more money than you imagine. And that's when I lost my mind, because I'm a fucking insane child sometimes.
Keanu, blink twice if you want a divorce.
There you go. She's fucking, I think she's watching a strobe light.
Because, like, I can't imagine this 24/7. This would just drive, the poor thing. I really love sleeping. That's all I like to do anymore.
Do you think that's exhaustion or clinical depression?
Oh, absolutely the latter. In a very fundamental level.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I sleep so much more now than I used to.
Really?
And here's why. This
clinical depression.
Well, but
what happens is you don't have any serotonin to keep you awake.
Right.
I'm right there. I got you. You know what helps?
Is that
with
it?
You know what helps with it? Liquor.
No, I've read that is actually the opposite.
Really? Is
yes.
that bad?
Yeah. Not good for the sleep.
I'm not going to tell you that. Don't listen to. You don't listen to him. You don't listen to him.
But you can't argue with me on this one.
Okay. Also, I didn't. The title is called "Chad Doesn't Need Kevin Anymore." It's beneath him to go on MLC. So I don't know what point they get to it at. And also, I didn't touch this mic, so it turns off by itself when I put it down. So again, I got to check 17 different things before I even start a fucking show. And of course, something else is booby trapped. I stand with the fire. I mean, yes.
One of those exercises that says "fight your fears," Bill. You ever take one of those exercises like that says, "Oh, I'll give you something." There's nothing like doing shots of 10-year-old scotch.
Well, we should enjoy it. I believe we're shooting Glenn Morgan.
Why are we shooting Glenn Morgan?
He's starting to look like a lesbian. Bill Schultz. He's starting to look like that. What's that lesbian who got her breast removed? Tig Notaro. He's starting to look like Tig Notaro.
So we don't shoot ourselves, Bill. Like Brennan was actually watching the clip of me and Anthony, and I don't know what he paid me and Anthony really nice compliments. He's like, the most fun I ever had was with those two on the football show. Geno and Anthony are really tight, you know? Like everything happens for a reason. I said it like I was like I was genuinely depressed. I'm like, did I really fucking get so out over my skis that I fucking pissed off Anthony? And I did, you know? But oh God, but I've since apologized. If he's still mad at me, I don't blame him. I think I was so proud of myself for fucking being right about Pat and saying I can put this behind me. Now I can focus on getting revenge on others.
What's wrong with Pat? What's wrong with Bill Schultz's eyes? They're not even. Is he cross-eyed on purpose?
How close are you to the camera?
Mm-hmm.
We're both the same distance to the camera.
Just for the record, I shouldn't even be doing the show today. I got shit to do, but
I used to be a very cheerful person.
Sure.
You used to sleep less than 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
And again, fucking no one ever thought Compound Media was going to last forever. I never said that. Fucking
You said it every day.
And yeah.
Bill, let me tell you something. Bill. This is going to last forever.
That is.
Do you hear me?
Forever. What
Forever.
What are you worried about? Actually, you know what? Let me redo that. I would fucking kill Pat Dixon to put him out of his misery.
Sure.
You took
I would fuck Ray DeVito because he's gay.
Okay.
You took turns of service.
And I'd marry Kevin Brennan.
You
there you go. Gonna
turns
change
of
it to
service.
that William Yoder. I would fuck Pat. I'd kill Pat Dixon. He could fucking rub it in Canu's face.
He said that I didn't step in and go, hey, Geno never died. Not mad at me. Also on the Brennan show
We could go on a honeymoon together and he could fucking rub it in Canu's face. I think I nailed that. Thank you, Yoder.
Geno got mad at me also on the Brennan show for not sticking up for him, for not doxing. He said that I didn't step in and go, hey, Geno never doxed.
Anthony, I didn't get mad at you. I didn't think I got mad at him, but if it came off like that for this, I also apologize because watch this.
This one or that one, because Brennan said that he had doxed Geno and then Geno had doxed him.
No, Anthony. No. Geno doxed me. I never doxed Geno. It's not worth my time. I told Ray DeVito to do it. And again, and I told him to, yeah. I mean, I like how this gets, everybody puts their 2 cents on it. Here's what happened.
And this one or that one, because Brennan said that he had doxed Geno.
No.
And then Geno had doxed him. And I guess Geno is mad that I didn't step in and go, hey.
This is painful.
By the way, let me tell you something. The best show on YouTube right now is Garrett and Steve. No one is like, and they should be laughing, and I'm laughing when you hear them say it. But this is what drives me nuts. The Dabbleverse, like everything. I'm tired of being right all the time. Okay, and what I said about Ray DeVito, who I cannot wait to fuck William Yoder because he's gay and he'll love it. What I said about number 3. If you had to order my enemies, would Ray DeVito be one?
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
he was the flight after I put him on. Say Reams, unreserved. You don't need reservations there. Except, you know what? Except more. And when he goes, I mean it. Up to our boy Fred, who's in here. Just
Geno did not dox him. First of all, I don't know. And more importantly,
he did. Garrett knows he doxed me. Garrett worked there, and Garrett left my number in the archived clips. So not only Geno gave it out live, they left it on the shows once they put them up on the platform that you can watch on demand. So now they're all pretending they're stupid. Maybe they are stupid. They're all fucking unemployable.
I don't care. I don't care who doxes that. Geno did not dox him. First of all, I don't know. And more importantly, I don't care. I don't care who doxes that. My fucking phone number got out there in this heated exchange.
here is my problem with that.
But I like baseball.
And if I came off as angry, Anthony, I'll say it again. I'm so fucking sorry, dude. But here's my problem with that. We didn't dox Ray DeVito. Ray DeVito fucking is a psycho who doxed you, Keanu, my brother, and E-Rock when fucking Kevin Brennan said, fucking, I will not give you $100 if you don't dox all of them. And his excuse was Geno doxed me. But the thing was, fucking, he doxed Calta a week before.
Right. So I gave out Calta's number as a bit on the show when I filled in for Anthony. And then I told him to take it out of the archive show. And so that gave Geno license to dox me, somebody who worked there.
Fucking made all these if you don't dox all of them. And his excuse was Geno doxed me. But the thing was, fucking, he doxed Calta a week before, fucking made all these threats at me, and I gave out my number and his number to prove a point. Am I wrong about that? Sure. I don't think I am, but if you think I'm wrong, I'm not going to fight you on that. But that's why I lost my mind, because Kevin's like, well, I only doxed. Kevin doxed Anthony. And that was
I never doxed Anthony.
Shitty thing to do. And let me say,
no, I did. I told Ray to do it, to stick it to Geno, and I told Ray because Geno was doxing Ray, and Ray was getting all panicky. I said, Ray, all you got to do is anybody that contacts you, give him Cumia's number, and it'll stop immediately, and it did, because Geno's a bitch, and Geno's afraid of Cumia, as he should be. He's still afraid of Cumia.
Yes, I won because when I gave out Kevin's number and my number, I'll say this one last time and I'll bring in Fred to shit on me because you're too polite. When I gave out both of our numbers, it wasn't for any.
No. He didn't give out both the numbers. Geno had given out his number show after show after show. That's how Leo Gunn got it for the Christmas party. So Geno, all of a sudden, he thought he's pretending like he gave out my number and his number on his show at the same time. That's the first time he ever gave out my number and his number. He's flat out fucking lying. He used to give out his number all the time. And that's a fact. I mean, he's such a piece of shit. Geno's such a delusional fucking nothing. It really is sad. To prove a point, Geno, you don't have a job and you're sitting there with a fucking washed up alcoholic. Just two washed up alcoholics.
Because when I gave out Kevin's number and my number, I'll say this one last time and I'll bring in Fred to shit on me because you're too polite. When I gave out both of our numbers, it wasn't for any grandiose scheme. But once I did to prove a point, it doesn't matter. Every time someone called him, which was rarely, no one gives a fuck about that shit. He got so mad that he's like, I'm going to give out Geno's number. And then he's like, I can't. He gave out his number, and that's
I'm
why.
glad Ray DeVito
No, that's not what happened at all.
doesn't
That's
know who
why
I
he
am.
gave out Anthony's. Tell him, Fred Rubino.
Bill Schultz looks as if cocaine was an actual portion that they just got finished blowing. That's not. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. He does look defeated. He's ready defeated. Geno knows the boss is back and Kevin Brennan, so now Geno wants to make nice with Kevin. Hashtag Captain Obvious. Hashtag Corporate Oblivious. But again, Geno was drunk and high most of the time. So, like that show I was talking about, the football show, I got very drunk that show. I was drunk. I did like 3 shows that day because that was a day. That was a day. We did Cumia 4 because it was a Thursday. Cumia 4. Then we did it. Then Chip Chipperson came in. We did a Chip Chipperson with. Anyway, we did 3 shows. So by the time the football show, I was hammered. So when I looked at the show, you know, I mean, I don't remember every detail of that day. I remember basically, you know, we did 3 shows. I left my jacket there. Garrett gave me the combo, so I went back the next day. It was there, blah, blah, blah. But I don't remember every last detail. So Geno's drunk all the time and maybe coked up. So does he remember? He remembers the details the way he remembers them, not how they went down. But Geno's like, I gave out Kevin's number and my number to prove a point. It's like, that's not what happened. He didn't give out my number and his number on the same day. He gave out his number on a regular basis because he wanted everybody, his 50 people listening, to have his have his number so they could contact him. Because he thought if he had 50 loyal fans that he could pay rent. No super chat machine in AC. KB Billing in 1, 2, 3. No, I'll have Chad. Chad's going to come on and address this. I really thought XM was going to beg him back. Snipe Opie's new channel, Unleash. You finally realizing Garrett is a new talent hump. What's next? Jerry curl and a toothpick? I'm sick. Go to your room. I didn't buy it. Ron Fuddle bought it. After the beef with KB, Geno gave out his number live on In Hot Water, inviting all his fans to the Essence party. I was the only dummy to show up. The rest is history. After the beef with KB, Geno gave out his number live on In Hot Water, inviting all his fans. No, he had given out before that. He had given it out on a regular basis, Leo Gunn. Geno used to give out this phone number because he wanted all his fans. He only had 50 fans, so he wanted them all to call him or to be his pals that way. So the fact that he was pretending he gave out his number and my number the same day, the first time, is a flat out lie. What happened was, again, I was there. You guys probably remember it better than I do, even though I was there. What happened was me and Levy had just opened the comedy club. So the first weekend went good. So we made some money. I said, so he booked Geno for the second weekend. So I was like, that's not a good idea, Bob. He's like, no, I told him to, watch the N-bombs and all the shit that Geno does in his act. I've seen his act. It's terrible. So then, so then I text Geno something about, don't fuck this up. Watch the N-bombs, and I probably spell it out. So then Geno's like, I'm going to use all these texts against you. Geno was going to tweet out the text I sent him. It was like, there was nothing in the text. So then to stick it to me, I guess he gave out my number or Quadfather called in and he said my number on the show. And of course, Garrett didn't take it out like an idiot. And then, so that was that. That was that. So then we, and then I came back and then we had the fight because Geno's a piece of shit. And then also that started the whole, I'm not working for $100, Cumia. Geno's giving out my number on a shit show and I'm going to take this for $100 a week. Fuck that. Like I said, if it was a real job where I made real money, that'd be a different story. But it wasn't. So I said, fuck this. I said, I sent a text to Geno and Cumia like you can do. Like the modern technology allows where you can text two people in a group text. So I told Geno, I said, Geno, and I want Cumia to see it. I said, Geno, anybody contacts me again, I'm going to give everybody that contacted me so far Cumia's number. And Cumia kind of responded like, that's not nice, Kevin. And then Geno texted me privately outside the group text that, come on, don't drag the boss. And I'm like, no, he's in. The boss is in. So then it stopped. Of course, it stopped. So then when Ray was getting doxxed by Geno, I said, Ray, all you got to do is when somebody contacts you, because Geno's giving out your number, and Geno was in some, another group text with all his fans or 20 fans. So he would give out information there. So they were some people were contacting me. Again, I had already dealt with it. I didn't give a shit. They were texting Ray DeVito. So I said, Ray, all you got to do when somebody contacts you, because Geno's giving out your number, is give him out Cumia's number, and then it'll stop. So Ray did. I said, I'm not paying you unless you do it. So Ray did it, and then it stopped. That's what happened. But Geno's a bitch. Geno's like, Geno's always right. Got it. Everybody's always right. Everybody's right all the time. Joey C, everybody.
Your drunk uncle, $20. Sam Roberts is the last man standing from the O&A days. He's not an O&A guy. He worked for O&A. There's a huge difference. The O&A guys were Opie, Anthony, and Jim Norton. Sam Roberts is the last man standing from the O&A days. No, don't associate him as being an actual O&A guy. What should he change the show's name to without Sam propping up Jimmy? The show should get way better, right? Jimmy almost sank both of their careers. He was so bad. Look, I'll tell you this much. Sam Roberts is not a good person at all, literally at all. And this was his long game. Supposedly,
I like Opie's green screen.
Jim is no longer with the Jim and Sam show. Who knows? Sam Roberts is not a good person at all, literally at all. And this was his long game. Supposedly, Jim is no longer with the Jim and Sam show.
There's no way Sam Roberts' long game was to eventually have Jim quit. And first of all, Sam's going to last there a year tops. They're going to be like, this is unwatchable drivel, and they're going to cancel it. Sam can't do anything. He's like another version of Opie. He only does is keep the plate spinning. He doesn't bring anything. Doesn't he want to talk about pro wrestling?
I don't know. I'm not following along with this nonsense. I do know that my social media exploded. Oh my God, Jim Norton is no longer with Sirius XM. We're crushing our radios. We're burning our radios. We're protesting. We're calling and canceling our subscriptions.
Why does he talk like Chad now?
It was crazy all over my social. Oh no, it wasn't.
Chad, I sent you the link.
I didn't get one tweet about it.
Green screen.
Oh boy,
awesome.
have the times changed. But I'll tell you this much. I knew Sam Roberts pretty well. I got a million text messages where he trashes Jim Norton over the years. Sam Roberts never liked Jim Norton. Sam Roberts never wanted to work with Jim Norton. This was his long game. He got exactly what he wanted. His own mediocre show at Sirius XM. And yes, it's a mediocre show. He'll continue for a few years, but he'll just be another one of these who gives a crap shows at Sirius. Name one show at Sirius where you're like, oh my God, it's a must listen. I don't think they have it except for Howard Stern. I guess you got to still give it to him. And we'll see what Jimmy can finally do on his own because, yes, Jim Norton was propped up for a million years. When he's part of a structured radio show that's running on all cylinders, yeah, man, Jim Norton is great. Of course he is. But he's not a radio show host. He never was a radio show host. Get the hell out of here. Hit the like or I'll stop talking about this.
Whoa!
So I get a phone call today early. So I answered it. And it was Cape Coral Police Department. I'm like, all right, interesting. I won't tell you who it was, my contact. And they had a few questions. They asked me about one, John Melendez. Are you watching? John, are you watching? And they asked me, has John Melendez, has he threatened you in the past? And I said, yes, countless times. He wants to fight me. He wants to come to my house. He said, when I least expect it. Yeah, he's threatened me a lot. Why? They're like, well, we're getting a lot of reports about John Melendez, and it's overwhelming. And a lot of it has to do with
It's
you.
overwhelming.
And I go, really? Yes. And he goes, okay. Okay, that's all we really need to know. And because we have to take care of some situation. I go, okay, cool. Whatever. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, this is weird. Then I thought, was it a prank? Somebody just pranked me? Was it like, somebody that I don't know? And then I get a text from my friend that I'm doing a show next week with, funny comedian, R.C. Smith. And he goes, hey, man, can you give me a call? I called him and he goes, hey, dude, just giving you a heads up. We removed Stuttering John from the show this Friday in Cape Coral. Why? He's like, well, the police department has been getting a lot of complaints about him. Some of it involves you and threatening you. So we booted him off the show. Bye-bye.
Guess who's filling in for Stuttering John? Stuttering Kevin. Stuttering Kevin. I'm doing the gig this week. The go.